Welcome to the local show with me, Brother Tony Midnight, KAKU 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui, broadcasting out of Kahului, Maui Community Media Center in downtown Kahului on Derry Road. In the studio, we have Kimberly and Scott again in the building. We're going to talk about some information to give out about David Alex. In here, we have David Alex's mother, I believe, Elizabeth, is it?
Yes.
Elizabeth Alex here. And we're going to be covering more information about him and stuff like that. So, and plus we're going to be talking about more on Kimberly's amendment, the Murder 1 amendment. We'll be talking about that one as well. So, mahalo for tuning in to another special episode of The Local Show. Put some background music there. So, aloha, ladies. Aloha. Welcome to The Local Show. And I know it hasn't been, it's like, how many times have you come back to Maui already? Been here.
It's already for time.
Yes. What is that accent there? What is your background?
It's a Polish accent.
Polish.
Yes, thank
I
you.
love Polish. I have a Polish friend. She was always telling me, oh, she's gonna make me pierogies, but I never got a chance to get pierogies.
Yes.
She always posts pictures like, oh, look, I made pierogies. Like, oh, when am I gonna get a chance to? So, welcome to the show, and let's get into talking about David Alex again. He's been missing for
5 years now.
5 years now, and he has a birthday coming up as well pretty soon, if I heard. And plus, he's going to be doing a little speak out here with Akaku in the next week or so.
Yes, thank you guys so much for helping me.
No problem. We have touched on his case last time Kimberly was here, but we'd like to hear your side of the story, to hear about your son, and more of like what you have to offer to the
Thank
case.
you.
Yes.
So, aloha everybody. I'm the mother of missing David Alex. I have come from Illinois, like I said, fourth time here on Maui looking for my son, and David is missing for over 5 years now.
Yes.
We did looked everywhere for him on Maui. The police told us it's possible David never left the island, but we can't find him. We have a reward, and for any information leading for David, to David, but I do not want to cause anyone trouble.
Okay.
So,
yes.
but I need to know if my son is still alive. I just want to know if he's still alive and if I can talk to him, if I can see him, if I can kiss him. I just wanna see him.
That's right.
So,
yes.
If anyone know anything, please speak up. Please, I'm begging everybody. Just please let me know. Please tell me where he is. I just want to tell everybody, David speak Polish language, and his friends from Illinois, we always make a joke about him because everybody calls him David. So maybe this is something with anybody here, anybody spoke to him, anybody knows something like this about David. It's him. I don't think a lot of people speak Polish on island. So if you know boy, 25 years old, young man, 25 years old, please, it could be him.
Yes. Again, any information that anybody can find about David. Again, we do have a certain number that we can call.
Yes.
We do have the Maui Police Department's number, but do you have any way people that can reach you as well?
Yes. My number is 815-814-4229. Again, 815-814-4229.
Yes, and then for Hawaii, for here on Maui, you can call the Maui Police Department on their regular line 808-244-6400. And is there an email that people can reach you at? Because we are living in the the online world nowadays. Anybody can reach you via social media or something
Yes.
like that.
David has a Facebook page and be reached via that. And if you want to rattle off your email address, we've never added that to anything.
No, we
but-
never added. So
Okay.
I can give this to. It's elizabethalex1@gmail.com.
Awesome. In David's case, I know that the last time he was seen, it was an accident that had happened, and that was the last time that the police had any
Any physical contact with
with
him.
him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And then it's right after that people that he has gone missing ever since then. Is there any other type of information that the police have about David that?
Yes, there's a couple of things that we do have about him. It's suspicious that his card was used, and the card was rejected
Yes.
because the PIN number was entered incorrectly. David used his card repeatedly, and so it's very strange that he would forget his own PIN number and not call to get it replaced. So we think that somebody else was using his card in the last like three
days.
the last 3 days. So he was here. He arrived on November 1st, 2016, and by the accident was supposedly on the 9th.
Yes.
But we're finding some discrepancies. It's possible, excuse me, that there were 2 accidents. We're wondering if there were 2 because he was working at Office Max
Okay.
here in Kahului. And when he went to work the Monday, so it would have been the 7th,
Yes.
November 7th, he was tardy to work, and he said that he'd been in an accident, and he showed them a big burn on his leg, and he had a moped here. So we're trying to figure out, were there 2 accidents or only one, and there's a time discrepancy. But he was in some kind of accident that messed up his moped somewhat. We're not sure to what degree, and his cell phone.
Also cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so the cell phone is a big issue as well. But anyway, that's pretty much what we have that, and there were a couple of people outside of Office Max that he was talking to that I would love to talk to. He didn't know really anybody here when he first got here, but Office Max employees said that there were 2 individuals that they had seen him speaking to. It would be great if they would call and let us know who they are, who was speaking to him, if they knew, if he said he was going anywhere, anything.
Was there any information about possibly a place of residence where he was staying at?
No.
Okay.
No, he came here. I believe I told you this on the
Yes.
last show that, of course he didn't want his mom to know that he had plans on coming out here, and didn't have a place. So he hadn't told her that. He had misrepresented that. But
Because he knew I'm not gonna let him go. Because I want him to have job, and I want him to have place to stay
Yes.
and be safe,
Yes.
like every mom, every
Yeah.
mother. So he lied. He lied about place to stay because I knew he have for sure job, and I want him to have normal life
Yes.
like average people, like every person.
Now
And that's why I let him come here.
Does he have any basic survival skills out here? I know people people can go hiking or they can camp out here on the island. A lot of people like to go backpacking and hike and camp out here on the island. Does he have any background in being an outdoorsman or something like that?
I mean, he was always outdoor guy. He always like hiking. He always like swimming. But be honest with you, I don't know. We live in Illinois. We live in northwest of Chicago. So there was no, no mountains, no rivers, not really. So yes, we have lakes, but I don't have idea.
Okay. So now again, if anybody has any information again on David Alex whereabouts. Here we go.
Please.
And we have the numbers, we have the emails, we have given it out everybody. Again, very important. And a lot of people here that just end up going missing here on the island. There's gotta be a lot of people out there that have information that are not coming forward. Come forward. Say your piece.
Please.
Talk about it. We need to
Please.
really find out about it. So
Yes, please. I just want to know if he's alive.
Yeah.
I just want to know if he is okay. I'm not. I'm not here to get anybody in trouble.
Mhm.
For sure.
Look, prior to him coming here by himself, have you guys come here as a family, like
No.
a vacation at all?
Never.
Oh, so this would be his first time
Yes.
coming to Maui.
Yes.
Very brave. Very
Yeah, very
brave.
brave.
I mean, he always told me, you came from Poland not knowing anything about United States and you survived. That was my conversation with him because I said, it's a far away. It's far.
Yes.
I'm like, why you want to go over there? Why there? And he said, because I can have job over there. So I said, okay. I don't know if that
And
was...
didn't he say he didn't want to be cold? I
Yes,
remember
he
something about
said-
that.
Yes, he said
He was tired of
"Mom,"
being cold.
Yes,
Tired of being
because
cold.
I'm divorced with his dad, so my mom came from Poland and she was really checking on him, and I know this is 21-year-old guy doesn't want to be checked by grandma and mom. So I know he wants to start new life. I know he wants to start new beginning,
Yes.
but I don't know what happened.
And because of the issues with his card, and the fact that he just dropped communication because he has a good relationship with his mother.
I mean,
and he's
that's
loved.
what I was thinking. I let him come here. I drove him to the airport. We bought the ticket together. There was nothing with. He didn't run away from home,
Yes.
for
So,
sure.
Definitely, we need that information to find out more about David and find out, what's going on. Maybe he's still here on the island. Maybe something happened during the accident, and a working theory could be that maybe he had a head injury nobody knew about, and maybe he's still here on the island, but he doesn't.
Thank
you
you
know,
for
Remember,
mentioning that.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
It could be a possibility.
It totally could. And so just, please be looking for this young man. And if you do know anything, please call. His mother is going to be here until the 17th of
Yes.
this month looking for him. And she's not going to give up. So if you do know something, it would be good to just get it out.
Amazing. All right. So that is the information, everybody. David Alex, is he still on Maui? Let's find out. Let's hope somebody out there can get the information that you guys need. So again, thank you for coming in.
Oh no, thank you for having me
Yes.
here. I really appreciate everybody here
Mhm.
because without you guys, I would be lost completely.
That's the
That's-
thing about our radio station and Akaku itself. We
Thank you.
give the voice the people, let their voices be heard out here again, and we'll be looking forward to seeing your Speak Out segment on Akaku channel. We'll be running. I've seen so many people come in. I see Kimberly come in as well to do some Speak Outs as well. So really important that the information gets out there. On Kimberly and Scott's side, you did have some info that you needed to get out to the right people about doing an amendment
To our Murder
to-
One law.
Yes, that's right.
Correct. It is SB 2027, and we did get a hearing last week, Thursday, in Judiciary. Senator Carl Rhodes is the chair, and we did get passed. It
Good,
had an
awesome.
amendment to it. They removed, because the verbiage is that we're looking to add children under 14 to Murder One, as well as pregnant women, and the original wording was with a viable pregnancy. That became an issue, so they removed the word viable. That's the amendment.
Okay.
And then basically any homicide that involved heinous, atrocious cruel torture, which
Yeah.
seems obvious, but you know, it's not. And Hawaii is one of 7 states that has chosen to do things the way we do them here, which basically what we've done is we've removed all the language from the murder laws, so we don't have premeditation in our state.
Okay.
We don't have heinous, atrocious, those kind of things. All that language was taken out of the murder laws. And what they did to balance it out, because you need the verbiage, it tells you what kind of crime was committed. You see, so if it involved torture or a pregnant woman, someone who's or a child,
Yeah.
someone who's vulnerable, that plays out in the penalty phase. And so it's very important to have that language, but Hawaii removed it. So what they did was they created what's called enhancements. And these enhancements, the legislative intent behind it was to, and I think we talked about this last a couple of weeks ago, when I said that basically everyone knows in every state, it doesn't matter where you are, if you kill a police officer, it's extra, you are in extra trouble.
Yes.
That was what the enhancements were meant to do. It literally says that in the writing, the legislature, Hawaii legislature bill or law says that it was meant to create an inhibitor or a deterrent to criminal behavior. That's how it says it. A deterrent to criminal behavior within people, and anyone of ordinary intelligence should know about these enhancements. And you're a smart guy. Had you ever heard about the enhancements before this?
I have not.
And see, this is a problem because, you know, half of the senators, in fact, more than half the senators and representatives that I've been speaking to, they don't know about the enhancement either. Wow. And it literally says if you are of ordinary intelligence, you should know about this. So I'm going to assume that our legislature is not full of people who are less than of ordinary intelligence. These people should know.
Yes.
And the fact that they don't is significant. It means that the enhancements are failing. They are not an inhibitor. They are not a deterrent to criminal behavior. And so basically what we're saying, and I work with another advocate, Nanohe Botello from Oahu.
Okay.
Her son Joel Botello was murdered 11 years ago. I apologize. And she was actually an advocate, a state advocate for victims when her son was murdered. She'd been so for like 24 years. And then her son was murdered. And she has on several occasions made the comment that I was an advocate for victims, and then this happened, and I became an actual advocate. It really
awesome.
changed her perspective on everything she'd been teaching people. So she's a very powerful wahine. I'm very happy to be very honored to be working with her, and she's worked very hard on this, on getting us to this stage. And so basically we've gotten through our first hearing, and now we are waiting for our next hearing time. And we're kind of waiting. We're in limbo right now because we have to see where they're going to send us. So as soon as I know where they're going to send us, I'm going to be announcing it all over Facebook that this is our next hearing. And so basically, if it matters to you that our keiki be anyone who commits a crime, a homicide on a child, and that we stuck with the age 14. There's some reasons behind that I'd like to mention, if it's okay. That basically in the enhancement it says any child under 8. I absolutely do not believe and do not know an 8.5-year-old that is stronger than an 8-year-old and less vulnerable than an 8-year-old. So I don't. To me, that negates that whole age group. What are you even saying? Like an 8.5-year-old or a 9-year-old is less vulnerable than an 8-year-old? That's ridiculous. Yeah. So one of the reasons we went with the age of 14 is it used to be our age of consent. It's now 16.
Okay.
But here's the thing, is a lot of the child abuse cases that we had that stopped just short of being homicides with these children because they were found out. A lot of these cases came from families who were doing homeschool. Okay? And this kind of, it locks these kids in. You know, they're at home, they're limited socially, and, you know, before 14, a lot of kids don't have cell phones, you know. They don't have that ability to get out there and talk to anyone. So I personally believe that the age 14 is I'd go higher if I thought our state would allow it, but I don't think they will. At 14, most kids who are homeschooled, their parents have started to, they have to get, go outside the home for education at that point because their educational needs have gone up beyond what their parents can do. So they start to go into our schools, our public schools and private schools. So that means they're getting out there and they have the ability to ask for help. Kids that are under 14 in those kind of situations, they very often do not have the ability to ask for help. And I want to be clear here. I don't want to bum everybody out, but there are so many cases that I have gone over that there is zero defense for what the charges ended up with these children. One of them, Shaylin Kahului Stone, she was 9 years old, and her parents starved her to death in a house that had 3 packed refrigerators that were locked against her. Okay?
Horrible.
They starved that child to death. She weighed 45 pounds. You know how much time her parents got? 4 years. In our state.
Enough.
In our state. And then they're right back out there in the system. Like, they're out in society, you know?
Horrible.
And I think we can all agree, I think this is just an obvious statement, that was not justice. That was not justice.
We also have that recent case, too, about the young girl that was locked up in a dog cage.
Ariel Sellers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Horrible case.
And in that case, it hasn't gone to court yet, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out because they have applied the enhancement to her case. And what the enhancements are meant to do is bump the penalty for murder 2 up to that of murder 1. Okay? So it's a good goal, but it's not working. And we see this in case after case. What ends up happening with the enhancements is they're used as a bargaining for plea bargains. And like in this little girl, Shaylin's case, they started off with that and ended up plea bargaining it down to manslaughter. So Ariel Kaluuya's case, I'm very interested in how this is going to play out. They've charged them with murder 2, and they have the enhancement. She is definitely under 8 years old. That enhancement should apply and should stick, and I hope it does. But most of these cases, it doesn't. And
it's insane.
It's an embarrassment to our state, for shame. If we are going to set the bar for what we will tolerate in this community against crimes committed against our keiki, the bar should be way up here.
It should.
Way up
Definitely.
here. This should not be only judges, prosecutors, police officers protected under murder 1, okay? There's a reason why they took the murder 1. It's because that says, hey, don't mess with us. So why should we not have this for our children? And pregnant women, my argument for that is you're very vulnerable when you're pregnant. You cannot run, you cannot fight, you endanger the baby with anything that you do like that, and so they're vulnerable too.
Yeah, reminds me of the Capo Bianco case
my
as
daughter.
well. Yes,
That's my baby.
Child, yes.
And the enhancement failed in that case. We actually had, it was murder 2, and the jury found for the enhancement, and the judge came in and said, nope, no enhancement. And that's what happens over and over again. And so it's just not working. And I need the community to speak up and let our senators and our representatives know, you're not going to tolerate this. This is not okay. We want true justice and penalties that suit the crime. 4 years for starving a 9-year-old to death. I don't even know where that's okay. Yeah. Like, where would that be all right with anyone or look like justice? It's for shame, again.
The slippers are coming off, and I gotta tell to everybody right now, okay? Yeah, this Hawaiian time relaxation, relaxed state of mind that people out here in Hawaii gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. Everybody gotta wake up out here, man. I mean, we're in. It's 2022. We gotta
and people
find.
Think we can't make a difference, and we do. Like I have witnessed it. It's a hard battle, but if we stick together and if we tell our representatives, and we're in a voting year right now.
Yep.
So these reps, if they're not listening, then hey, vote them out. Find somebody that does care and is going to do what's right for our communities. Right. That's super, super important. And thank you for giving me the time to say that.
No problem.
If anyone in the community has any questions about it, I'm on Facebook and under Kimberlyn Scott, and I am totally available to answer any questions about this enhancement and would love to talk more about it.
Now, is there any more information? If there's, I know you're in talks with our local MPD, our new
chief,
a new
John
chief.
Pelletier.
Yes, has he shown more interest again on missing people, the missing persons here on the island? Are they working with you more now than they have done in the past?
The short answer is yes. There's still a lot to be done, but we're only 80 days into him being here, and there's we've had so many officers retire. We're really low right now, so I know he's working very hard. And then the secretary of MPD, Terry, I cannot remember her last name, Terry passed away.
Oh no!
And so she was amazing in there. She did so much to run MPD behind the scenes. Yeah. So we've just suffered another huge setback and loss within MPD, and it's taking some work. But I have a great deal of faith in what this chief is capable of and what his intentions are. So I believe in him still. I believe he's going to do a good job, but there is definitely work that needs to be done still.
Awesome. Okay, again, everybody, Kimberly Scott, she's the one to talk to. She has all the information. You even have you got any more information on
This
this
is our
other
most recent.
yes, Natasha
Abella.
last seen. I think she was like when we were on the Kihei area.
Well, that's where she was. The last time we have any record of her, like literally being seen, was at the airport, and she decided not to fly home. And she doesn't have anyone that she really knows here. The family is very worried about her. We're just about to step up the case. Usually, when people go missing, 99% of them are found within the first week. And so, families, they don't want to embarrass their kids. It's like, where are you? Just call home. So they were trying to keep it a little bit mellow, going, oh, she's got to show up. She's got to be here. We're almost 3 months into her not being found. And when we first started pushing like 3 weeks ago with this case, we've only gotten a couple of leads and have not come even close to finding her. So now we're going to step it up. We're going to be starting a Facebook page for her. Please, if you have any information on Natasha or Tasha Abella, please call the numbers. We call the police. As
well as David Alex as well. Again, can we get the number, your direct number that people can reach you at?
You want to give it again?
Yes.
So what was your number again?
My number is 815-814-4229. And mahalo for everything.
No problem.
You're
Mahalo
awesome,
to you. That's what this show is for. Open the floor for anybody out there. You get a voice out there. You get the information that we need. Again, mahalo for coming in. Thank you
for having us.
Yes, and keep it locked here on the local show KAKU.